Hiya, my name's Stacey and I'm doing my own dog business in sort of the Birmingham area and travelling across sort of the country to people that are calling me. On my Facebook I've asked people that if they have an inquiry to ask me, and then I'll send it either through sort of a response in a message, or I'll send it via webcam. This one is a response to someone called Erin. They said, I like asking different people for their opinions about ways of working with dogs. I work with a behaviourist now and a pet smart trainer, and there's times they clash, but at that point I'm just make a decision of what to do. It's great having different opinions though. What is your opinion about walking ahead of you? I've been told they should never do this, but was also told to let them have the whole leash. But when you do that, she's in front. She does walk on the side, but ahead. What I don't like is when I kick her because she's right in front of me, assuming, I don't think they mean that they literally kick the dog, I think they mean that like they accidentally get in the way. Don't let her do that anymore though. She's a very confident dog, if that helps any. Thanks for your opinion. Well, basically, I believe that a dog should be able to have a limited amount of freedom when being walked on the leash. That doesn't mean that they have to be next to your side at all times. What I mean to say is, I think the best description of it is, some people say to me that I want to teach my dog to heel, and what I always ask them is, do you want them to actually learn how to heel, or do you want them to walk on a loose leash? Because walking to heel and loose leash is totally different. Walking to heel to me is very strict, and it's by your side here pretty much all the time. That's normally what I do if, say, I was trying to present her in a particular way, maybe at a show or something like that. Whereas loose leash walking to me is where the dog is under control, walking at a nice even pace, and isn't pulling you. So I would say that what's more effective is being able to have control of your dog, so as say they might be walking slightly ahead of you, but then if you sort of say to them, hey, they sort of walk back, and then they know that, you know, you're under control. So, you know, keeping them near your side, but not necessarily strictly at your side. If they're going to take a step in front of you, it doesn't matter if they take a step in front of you. I don't want you to end up sort of getting annoyed with your dog just because they're walking slightly ahead of you, because that's not fair. If I asked you to walk directly next to me all the time, you'd get me pretty bored too. But what I do believe in is that a dog should have a individual time to behave like a dog when they're out on a walk. So what I mean by that is there's a time to sniff and there's a time not to sniff. And by that I mean that you should stop at particular points during your walk, and you should offer your dog the opportunity to go sniff something. A time where some of the boundary is not there anymore, so as they can do what they need to do. So, for example, if I had a male dog and normally they'd drag me to a lamppost to go and have a pee, instead what I do is, when I'm approaching near a lamppost that I get the impression from their body language that they're going to take a pee up this lamppost, I will ask them to sit. They'll then have to wait, and I will approach the lamppost. They have to stay in the sit position, and then I say to them, go sniff. And then they can go sniff it, and then they can go have a pee up it. All of this can be explained in further videos, but I just wanted to clarify that, yeah, I think walking is about being under control, and being under control doesn't necessarily have to mean that they have to be joined at your hip at all times. Control to me is the ability to be able to say, I want you to get back there, and they do it when you ask them to. So if I say to my dog, back up, she backs up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask away, or put something in the thingamadoobery that goes down there, or if you have anything to say in response to this, then just let me know, and then maybe I'll respond back to you. So cheers, thanks for listening, and I don't think Alou paid any attention to that, so cheerio.